Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with a little bit of an update. Um, I guess I'll start by saying there's some bad news and slightly less bad news. So you'll remember when I kept complaining about this left arm, and it would ache during the workouts. So that pain got really intense, probably about 2 or 3 days ago, and I decided I was gonna go to urgent care yesterday. Today's Sunday the 22nd. Yesterday, Saturday the 21st, I went to urgent care and I had an x-ray done. So based on what the doctor said, it turns out that I have something called calcific tendonitis. Now, my understanding of it is that it's the calcific part is it refers to calcium deposits on the, I don't know if it's the tendon or the bone, maybe I should have asked, but I'm assuming the bone. And my understanding of calcium deposits on your bone means that your bone tried to heal itself from a previous injury by thickening up, by adding calcium deposits. So that makes sense because I did injure this arm somewhere around 2020. And that injury, I think, happened right around when I started doing calisthenics outside in the park. I was younger and just trying to go, I guess, really hard or harder than my body was ready for, right? When you're excited about something new, you go really hard because, you get, it's the excitement. Either way. So I got injured and I guess I wasn't really aware how bad the injury was. Either way, this shoulder is really inflamed. So 2 days ago, yesterday was so bad that I could not even lift this left arm, and I still can't even really lift it that much, even though the pain is a lot less than it was a day ago, 2 days ago. So I'm not stopping the workouts. I'm actually going to continue because I made that commitment, but I'm going to switch up the methodology a little bit. So I'm mostly going to focus on lower body because obviously legs being bigger muscles, you get a bigger burn. You can still make it intense. You can still continue to lose fat, lose weight, get in shape, work on your cardio, just doing legs. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm really not going to do anything with this arm that much. The doctors, they said that I should, ice it 3 times a day for 15 to 20 minutes for probably the next 2 weeks or so to kind of get that inflammation out because it's very, very inflamed. Like when I tell you this thing hurt, like I couldn't even sleep. I only got like 3 hours of sleep the other night because it hurt so much. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. They prescribed me some stuff. I got the cyclobenzaprine. I think she said this is a muscle relaxer. So I take this before bed because it makes you drowsy. And then of course naproxen. I guess this is for the pain and the swelling. And yeah, so that's gonna be the plan. I mean, I'm gonna continue doing what I've been doing because I made that commitment and I wanna get back in shape. I wanna take charge of my health. I wanna become the best version of myself that I can be. So once the inflammation's down, I can start working out again using the upper body. I'm gonna slowly get back into those upper body workouts. As far as like push-ups and stuff, I'm probably not going to attempt those for a good while, especially not the full-out push-ups that you saw me doing in that push video. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the most important thing that I've taken from this is really understand your body, really understand what you're capable of, understand your limits, and also listen to your body. Like I know if you've worked out for any length of time, you've heard people say, listen to your body. This is like so important. Even if you feel a slight twinge, like if anything feels wrong, if it feels like you might be straining, you might be pulling something, you might be tearing or ripping something, stop. Like 100% I advocate for that because I felt it, but I ignored the sign, and then look what happened. So that you don't want to derail yourself. You don't want to slow or stop your progress. And I guess an important thing that I learned about myself during this is 2014 me or even 2020 me would have let this derail me completely. I would have stopped. I would have gotten depressed. I would have gone back to eating, to self-soothe, because that's a problem that I had. I would have gone back to that old pattern of thinking, and I just would have gone right back to where I started. But 2026 me is older, is wiser. It has a different mindset, has experienced a shift in paradigm. So we're not gonna let that derail us. I'm not gonna let it derail me. We're just gonna view it as a setback, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna adapt the system. Well, life threw a change at us. We're gonna work with that change. We're going to adapt the system to benefit us moving forward as we continue to live with that change until such a time as we can go back to the way things were. Either way, I am actually, as you can tell, getting ready to work out. I'm actually gonna head over to the gym to do my walk for the next hour or so. I'm gonna keep it light, just nothing too crazy. But tomorrow is gonna be Monday the 23rd. We're getting back into our workouts again. It's just gonna be a lower body focus, but at the same time still doing that in a healthy and in a safe way, because we don't want to overload those leg muscles to the point where now they're getting injured. You don't want to see injury in your hips, in your knees, in your back, whatever it is. You want to do that as safely, but yet still as effectively as possible. So I just want to say thanks to everyone who has been following me so far. I like to joke it's the 3 of you who've been following me. I did get 1 new subscriber since I started doing this though, so there is that. But again, I didn't do this for the subs, I did it for accountability, for posterity, just to have a record of the system and how it worked for my body. And in good news is that last night, or between last night and yesterday, I still went down about a half a pound. So it's working. I started off at 217 point something. Now I'm at 217.6. Now I'm at like 214.2. So that's that's more than 3 pounds in 3 weeks. So it's working. I just gotta stick with it. And as I get stronger and as I fine tune my diet more, I expect to see more success. So those of you who are following me, stick with it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself, I think. But yeah, just stay with it and keep pushing. And once that consistency is eventually going to pay off. So before I start rambling, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a good rest of the day or evening or whatever it is. So take care.